Hello and welcome to another new ship, or rather vehicle review in this case, about what would technically be the third ground vehicle if you count the Gray Cat buggy. I can sum this review up with a single word. Woo! Yeah, that's it. The marketing strategy for this vehicle during its concept sale was to keep referring to it as fun. And they used that term over and over whenever they mentioned it. So much so that I started to get a little worried. In the back of my head I was starting to think, so is this what you do when you run out of things to say about a vehicle? You just call it fun and move on? Because fun really is kind of an abject term if you really think about it. It's a buggy, so my expectations were fairly straightforward when it comes to this vehicle. My two main concerns with the Cyclone were handling and stability. I'm happy to say that it genuinely lives up to the hype that they gave it. I honestly had fun driving it around. It's fast, turns on a dime, has good braking, and most importantly it's very stable. It grips the ground as you drive and is far more apt to land on its treads and keep going than it is to flip over and end up on its side or back. That's not to say that it's impossible to do, you just have to put a lot more effort into trying to roll it over than you would in something like the Ursa Rover. My org has done a number of Ursa races in the past, when it was, for all intents and purposes, not counting the Gray Cat, the only ground vehicle. We would have ships flying overhead providing support and pickup for stranded pilots, and that was a good thing because the Ursa would topple over far too easily for something that had 6 tires, and trust me, it was a chore to try and right a rolled Ursa back up again. The only model of the Cyclone that's available to play right now is the standard one, but it gives you a good idea for what the other models are going to be like once they're available. As a single SCU's worth of carrying capacity, when you look at just how much that is, you start to realize that if you load that up with extra ammo, weapons, medical supplies, or oxygen, it could be a very handy thing to have. It also has one more feature that isn't in the game yet, and that's the animated treads that will extend out like teeth to help drive over rocky terrain without falling into gaps. It's not only aesthetically amazing to look at, it's going to help the driving experience get even better over uneven terrain. So I couldn't recommend this vehicle enough. It's exactly as they described it to be. It's fun, responsive, and fast. So far it fits inside of a Freelancer, a Cutlass Black, a Starfarer, and I'm sure it'll fit in the Caterpillar as soon as they get those damn ramps to angle down. So if you've already purchased one and are eager to try it out once 3.1 drops for the general public, you won't be disappointed. Until then, happy driving, take care, and I hope to see you again. Goodbye everybody.